on for you with Eric and Ron. How are you, Ron?
I am doing quite well today. How are
Quite well.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. So the Patriots won their sixth straight with a
Yep.
victory over the Tennessee Titans, 36-13. As we normally do at the beginning of each show, kind of just a quick synopsis of what we thought.
Um, you played against a team in the conference. Um, had a great showing by the offense, and for the most part, the defense held uh, a lot of rushing yards. But I think Belichick decided that the running backs weren't going to hurt them too bad. And the bend but don't break kind of attitude with their rushing game,
Yeah.
as opposed to, like, it would be different if it was like somebody else rushing. Like if Henry was rushing, does he score touchdowns with that?
Yeah.
So
To me, I think they got a little lazy on defense at times. Poor tackling. So that was a little concerning to me. I mean, it's a great victory considering. I think the one problem was that Tennessee's a banged up team. So they are depleted. I think they showed a graphic at one point. 84 different players have played so far this season, which is an NFL ties the NFL record, and they still got what 7 games left.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
right. So they're gonna destroy that record. They're just injuries across the board for the Titans. I also thought that on offense, they missed a lot of opportunities. Mac looked a little shaky in the first half. And that one pass to Hunter Henry where Henry wide open and he just overthrew it. So a couple of things that I think they need to clean up, especially
Yeah, but I
next.
mean, you're talking like every quarterback will have off throws in every game for
Yeah,
the most part.
I just feel like he looked like a rookie in the first half. He made something. He almost got another pick. He was throwing to John Smith. The guy,
Yep.
read the route perfectly. So again, I'm not listen. I'm happy about the win, 36-13. Listen, we needed to win this game. We talked about it on Friday. They did that. But I'm also glass half full. Is basically what I'm getting at is that if some of the things that they did this week, again, they've got a very tough stretch. They still got Buffalo twice in the next 4 weeks. They've got the Colts who are giving it as with the Buccaneers. They're tied or they were tied when we started. So again, they can't afford to play some of these games the way they're playing and have the same results. If you're going to give up 270 yards rushing to two guys I never heard of, uh, that concerns me a little bit.
To me, I don't think it's a concern. I think with Henry out, Bill Belichick, hence why I'm wearing the hoodie.
I like it. That's not
Um,
good. Good.
Bill Belichick designed the plan for this game to stop any passing attack that came their way.
But that's the thing. They didn't have the two top wide receivers either, so I can't see that being the game plan. I don't know what the game plan was.
Well, the game plan apparently was to probably cause turnovers, on defense.
Yeah, which they did.
So, and they did that. What did they? It came out to
Well,
4. It was
four
really
turnovers.
3, and then that gift one.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Um, but I mean, that's 3 turnovers that you're causing because the lack, really, the lack of talent on that offense for Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's look at some of the numbers. Mac Jones, 23, 32, 71.9% completion percentage, 310 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Overall grade for Mac.
Yeah,
B
like
plus.
I'd actually gonna give him an A- for
Wow.
this.
Okay.
And I know, like, the first half, say, if you want to say it was a little shaky, but you also play in that Tennessee defense, and that Tennessee defense is a great defense. And I'm sorry, like he looked good throughout the game, with a solid team that he was playing. And we keep saying, about the matchups, like this is a lot to handle for a rookie quarterback to play against a Tennessee defense. That defense is no slouch, not whatsoever. And you just put these games up with like the Dallas game, the Chargers game, the Tampa Bay game, and he rose to those occasions, and he like the Dallas and Tampa Bay, he didn't get those wins, but you saw him turn in the corner on that, and now he's proven to be a winner right now, and.
No,
And no matter what the defense is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, and every single game that we've heard, they all say it. Like, you can tell he's in control of the offense. He's recognizing for the most part. I tell you, the only thing that I see that I would say is a deficiency still is that corner blitz. He has not figured that out yet.
Right.
And I've seen it again. They sent two of them today, and both times they got to him. He got lucky, got one off, but the second time, you know what I mean? He needs to. I think they're going to have to really work on that. Sarah, thanks for joining. Austin, thanks for joining. What about? So I went with the receiver Kendrick Bourne, 5 receptions, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had that one great catch in the corner of the end zone, and then that tiptoe along the sidelines. I thought Bourne had a great game today. He looked.
Wait, are we doing the Lighthouse Awards already?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just numbers, buddy.
All right.
Just numbers.
You had me worried there. I'm like, wait a minute.
Kendrick Bourne, 5 receptions, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns.
No, he had a great game. I thought he played incredible. And like I said, I think that offense really played a great game. Tennessee defense is good, like I keep saying. And I know the secondary isn't as good as, maybe like, the front line, like the defensive line.
Yeah.
But they still have some players out there. And, for Myers and Bourne to do what they did, it was pretty awesome. And Smith played a great game. Everybody on that offense has to kick.
And then I think one of the things is we should start the Jacoby Myers count again. How many receptions before he gets another touchdown? Because here he goes again. He had a really good game, but just can't find the end zone for some reason.
No, but you know what? That's why they pay Bourne, and he got his 4th today.
Yep.
I'm pretty happy with the performance.
Aguilar, even though he didn't do anything spectacular, he didn't have any drops. Every time he got the ball thrown to him, he caught it. He had one really high rise, like he jumped up and caught it. So I liked what I saw from the receiving court today.
Yeah.
But obviously the defense stood out. Judon, another sack. And
Godshaw had a great game.
What did I tell you? J.C. Jackson, bro, every week. And they even said it on the broadcast today. He's getting paid, bro. I'm scared, man.
I'm not scared. Pay the guy.
They're not going to pay him.
How old is he?
This is New England. We don't pay people.
How old is he?
I think he's 27.
Okay.
Maybe 26.
So they're going to give him probably a 4-year contract, and they'll cut him in year 3.
Yeah.
Or trade him.
Right? He had the fumble, forced fumble. He had the pick in the end zone.
Yep.
So he looked good. Nick Falk, 5 for 6. He had that 152-yarder. He missed 50-yarder. And it looked like it was good for a second. But the job he's been able to do for us this season, I mean, he's been one of the most reliable kickers in the league.
Yeah, I mean, you see it around the league. I've seen so many misses around the league. Crosby sticks out in my head for Green Bay, who normally is probably one of the best. And he is having a miserable year. Yeah. And so... am I glad we have Nick Falk? Yes.
Right, and I never thought I'd say that. Gostowski was in the seats. Did you see that one clip where they showed him?
Yeah.
He's trying to make a comeback next year. I don't know if it'll be with New England. I highly doubt it. But
No, I think Falk has that job right now.
yeah. So a couple of things that obviously we talked about: the 270 yards rushing, one of the down. So if we're going to look at any of the negatives, and then some of the red zone possessions, not being able to punch it in, 5 field goals. Again, you need to get 7s. You know what I mean? So I think that's the only thing. I thought McDaniels called another good game.
But again, I revert back to a team that is a solid team, and those solid teams can stop you from getting in.
Yeah, and I think
the Patriots are one of those teams that stops people from getting in.
And I think if you look at what New England wants to do, they wanted to run the ball. Tennessee did a very good job of slowing the rush down.
Oh, yeah, that's what
either
they're
one of those
known
guys
for.
could even try, get anything going until the end with Damian Harris on that run. So, again, I can see where some of the struggles are. You want to pound the ball, play action works better when you do that. So,
but
I thought Tennessee.
If you're Bill Belichick, Eric, don't you just love a game like this because it's not a perfect game, and you have something to gripe about.
Yeah.
And so he's going to use that. It's like, yeah, we won, but we were lucky.
I love when he breaks out his pencil, and they show him breaking out the pencil. So Judon had that offsides penalty, and there he goes right to the pencil. He writes number 9 because he's going to bring it out in practice.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to talk about it in the film room like, hey, look, these penalties could kill us if it was a close game.
He's going to say, if you were playing Buffalo, they would score here. If you were playing Buffalo, you would not stop them from here.
There's going to be
be on your game.
A missed tackle count, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In the film studies, because again,
he's going to use it all.
And then at the end of the first half, when that draw, and they let the 70-yard run for Tennessee. I mean, again, those plays shouldn't happen. We're usually pretty smart about that. And knowing how to play those things, and you could see they were all out of position on that. So again, as great as the defense has been, again, they left some things on the field that you could definitely use to say, hey.
Oh, absolutely. And I know Belichick loves that.
And I'm not sure how I feel, but I'm rooting for the Browns because that puts us in first place. The Browns, if the Browns beat the Ravens, currently the Ravens are in first place in the AFC.
Really?
But it's all going to be based off of tonight.
Doesn't the Patriots have a better record in the conference?
No, 8-4, 7-3. So they have one less loss technically because we haven't had our bye yet.
All right, yeah.
So I mean, again, you got to root for the Browns tonight if you're a Patriot fan because again, that pushes you into first place.
Well, I'm rooting for the Browns anyway.
Yeah, I know you still got them
because I need them to make the playoffs.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Sorry, Raven fans, but I need the Browns and Pittsburgh in. Ravens,
Pittsburgh
you need to get out.
Shellacked today.
Who?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw that coming.
41-3 the last time I saw the score.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly.
That's not looking good for them.
Did I see right that Joe Mixon threw a touchdown?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought I saw it because I was seeing the highlights and I heard them say Mixon, but I didn't know. It didn't make any sense because I know it wasn't Mixon that caught the ball.
Let me see if I can pull it up here. And it's still tied in unless this is an update. Let's see if this updates here.
It's a wild playoff ride in the AFC right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
Everybody's been in first place at one point.
Tampa Bay won in overtime.
See, they're struggling too.
The Bucks won. Hey,
that's
you win. That's all that matters.
I know, but they're not playing well. I don't think they're playing well.
No, I don't think Mixon didn't throw a pass.
All right, so then the guy was just mentioning his name for no reason.
Brandon Allen threw a pass. I don't know who the hell that is, but all right. So as we normally do at the end of each show, we kind of go through our Lighthouse Award. Again, this is a tough week because there's so many players you could probably put in there.
Yeah,
and there's the guys I left out, and I'm going, wow, I didn't put them in. But
I got a pyramid today. I have a pyramid. So at number 3,
He's gonna.
I have 3 players:
Oh boy.
Judon, Godchow, J.C. Jackson.
Okay. All right. I had
You
Kendrick
know,
Bourne.
like those 3 were just
Agreed.
vital. They're vital. And it was all 3 levels, if you did not notice that. Gotcha on
Yeah.
defensive tackle,
Yeah.
Judon linebacker, and
Linebacker.
J.C. Jackson in the back.
Oh, good job. Good job, buddy. I went Kendrick Bourne. I just thought he made those 2 great catches. Well, that one great catch and then that great run, and he also ran the ball a little bit. They're definitely figuring ways to use this guy. I liked his energy too. His energy, you could see it. He was up for this game, and I thought that was good. Number 2,
Number 2, go ahead.
go ahead. I had Kyle Duggar,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm really starting to like this kid.
I am too.
He just likes to hit people, and he's involved in a lot of plays. I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I didn't want to go with the pyramid theme, he would have been the 4th guy. So at number 2, I have the 2 wide receivers, Myers and Bourne.
Okay. I like it.
Look, Myers right out of the gate was awesome. And then of course Bourne with that great touchdown catch, with a absolute gem of a throw by Mac Jones.
Yep.
That was just
That was
beautiful. And those 2 guys just did. It seemed like they did everything you could ask them to do, whether it was just like a simple block or whatever it is. They did it.
Agreed. My number 1's going to surprise you. So I had Nick Falk as my number 1 player of the game.
Really? You didn't even have Mac Jones in there. Wow.
5 for 6. That 150-yarder that he missed. Again, I still think he could have made it a little off at the end. But if you think about how everything kept Tennessee out of range to score.
Right.
So him making all those kicks. So again, if he misses 3 of those 6,
absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Game's a lot closer. I just thought, you know what? He goes up and out. I don't even worry about it. And
no, I don't worry at all.
Him being injured as well on his plant leg, and he's still able to make these kicks. I thought he was the key for them to continue, because even when the Patriots couldn't punch it into the end zone, we got points every time.
Yeah.
And Nick
Falk you're absolutely right. And Nick Falk deserves a lot of credit. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the 3rd time Nick Falk has been in the Lighthouse Awards.
Yeah. He's been a contributor.
One week, all 3 of us had him.
Yeah.
So, look, we mentioned this earlier. You look around the league, there's like half the kickers that are struggling with simple kicks. And Nick Falk is just like...
Yeah, automatic.
It's like money.
Yeah, and I would never have thought it, but
I know.
My number 1 player. Who do you got?
I have Mac Jones, 300-plus yards.
Yep.
A couple of touchdowns.
Yep, 2 touchdown passes.
No picks. One was close, but,
Mr. Reliable.
Look, this guy just does what he has to do. He's not trying to be, a superstar right now. He's just trying to get the job done. The way Belichick and company want it done. Patriot way. And right now he is living up to everything that people said about him and beyond. Because in my eyes right now, I don't see anybody else that could be Rookie of the Year but him.
Yeah. So I think we have to also put in the Lighthouse Award all the haters. Because if you look at, they mentioned it several times during the broadcast today, the Patriots now have that 2-4 mentality of everybody thought we were nothing. This was a rebuild year. We weren't going anywhere. And they have rode that train now to 6 straight victories.
That's right.
So, you know what? We'll put the haters in the Lighthouse Award as well, because without them saying what they were saying when they were 2-4, we probably wouldn't be at this point right now.
Yeah, because I can remember us talking after that 2-4, and we were still trying to find out ways that they can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And now, looking back at that, we're sitting here and we're like, well, this is just wonderful,
Yeah.
you
Everything's
know.
kind of falling into place
And
where
we
you
were
want it
trying to
to.
figure out, okay, where could they win, you know, in those games that are the crucial matchups. And, well, they've won all of those crucial matchups since we mentioned that.
Yep.
And now, 2 weeks from now, we play Buffalo.
No, next week, Monday.
Wait, is
Next
it
Monday.
Monday? I thought
Monday
it was
night.
2 weeks.
No, Monday night. Buffalo.
Oh, okay. So
So
I'm
we're playing
missing a
for
week
first place.
somewhere.
We're playing for first place.
So they got a week 14 bye.
Yes.
Well, I was
And-
thinking 13. I don't know why.
Yeah, and then they got the fourth after that. The Buffalo Colts, Buffalo.
Yeah.
They get Jacksonville, and then Miami. And Miami's
Yeah.
starting to play some good football too. So
And-
that's not a
And
that's not an
I'll
easy
tell
look.
you, it's like I'm not fearing Buffalo right now.
Mhm.
Like I
We can beat them.
look, there's mistakes that can be forced, and I'd be a little more concerned about Indianapolis right now than Buffalo.
Yep. Josh Allen is taking a step back this year. He's not the same quarterback that he was last year. So there's opportunities with the turnovers.
Look, he's
which this team-
overthrowing a lot, and
Yeah, when you think about it, this team, they love turnovers. They love to try
he
to
does
force
that.
turnovers.
He does that against the Patriots. The Patriots are going to have at least 2 interceptions.
Look, that fumble, that forced fumble by J.C. Jackson, that's a mentality that is built into that whole defense. Like, we've got to make a play. We've got to make a play. And I
This
thought
defense reminds me of the days with Brewski and
Yep.
company.
Yep. And I think I like the fact that, and they talked about it with Belichick, that he's said it. This team is meshing. Like, they all like to play for each other, with each other, and you're seeing it on the field.
Oh yeah.
The communication. I don't know how many times I saw the cornerbacks calling a play to the other side, and the linebackers and the linemen just moving guys where they need to go. You're seeing that.
Yep.
Mac Jones, when I think Stevenson was a toss to Stevenson, he was running the wrong motion route. He points him back. Like, let's just, like, everybody's on the same page. They all seem to be, working together.
And I'll tell you, 2-4, what could have been?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you lose that opening game, you have a rookie quarterback, you have, I don't know, what was it, like 7, 8, 9 new players on the rosters that are starting.
Penalties, like just some of those mistakes.
There's a lot of reasons.
Yep, right. No turnovers. Right, they're starting to make sure they hold on to the ball. So, ball security. Listen, Mac Jones, for the most part, throws the ball in places where it's either his guy or no guy.
Right.
And that's good, right? That's what you want. And then the defense is capitalizing. So, look, as much as we talked about it at the beginning of the year, and I think in our preview show, we said this is what this team was going to be.
Yeah.
And he's built it to be that team. So, listen, they stay healthy, they can beat anybody right now. That's going to be the key. They got to stay. They stay healthy. Look, every week we say this. Another big test, though. Next week, Monday night against the Bills. Right. Look, this is now like Mac Jones is coming out party, because now the whole nation's going to see it.
Yep.
It's the only game on. Everybody's going to watch.
And you think about it, like, really on the schedule, the only games they have to worry about now are Buffalo and the Colts. I mean, you have to worry about all of them, but I'm saying those are the big games that, you gotta rise to the occasion and do what you have to do. And look, I just, Mac Jones is just doing what he needs to do. He's not trying to do too much, and yes, rookies are going to make mistakes, and we're seeing that with other positions as well. They do make mistakes, but when you look at the precision, the thought process, when he goes up to that line and he sees something, he points it out and he changes the play, it's stuff like that we're looking at, and I'm like, there's no other quarterback that's playing in their first or maybe even second year that is doing that.
Yeah. No, I think the job Josh McDaniels has done with Mac Jones, and they've talked about it. He's probably up for another head coaching job. But if he stays, you think about what he could build with Mac. I mean, you could have the second coming of another, historic quarterback. He may decide to stay just for that fact.
He
So
might.
it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But again,
Because I mean, when you think about it, if he leaves, there's no guaranteed success because he's going to go to a crappy team. Yes, he might end up. He could end up in Chicago, but he could end up in Carolina. That's not a
you
future
don't
that
think
I'd
they want
want.
Cam back?
Well, no, no, because he's not your future. So they'd have to find a future quarterback.
Sam
You know,
Donald.
yeah. So, but what I'm saying is,
Not true.
if in the next, I don't know, 5 months to 1.5 years to 2.5 years that Bill Belichick wins a Super Bowl, and then would you not think that he'd probably retire if he won a Super Bowl with Mac Jones?
Yeah, I think
And then he
he's got a few
retires,
years
and
left.
then Josh comes in.
Yeah, and
Like
I think it's
that
set
to
up that
me
way.
makes sense, and I think Josh McDaniels already experienced other teams. I don't know if he'd want to start from scratch when he has the guy.
Yep, agreed. Agreed. I could see him. I could see him staying. Um, so next Monday we'll be on after the show. If you enjoy what you see today,
Yeah, that's a late
um,
night too. Oof.
it's a late one. Check us
I'll be
out.
there though. I'll be there.
All right, you gonna stay awake this time?
I will stay awake.
All right. Uh, check us out every Friday night at 6 p.m. We're on live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So many different ways to watch us. Follow us on social media at Sports Unfolded on Facebook and Twitter, at Broadcasting RI on Twitter, Sports_Unfolded on Instagram. Listen to us on our podcast, Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon. We're on all different ways. And you can check us out on SEC TV in Southeast Connecticut, Channel 12, if you have Xfinity, Comcast cable. So we'll be on the public access on Tuesday nights there as well. So a lot of different ways to watch us. Check us out. Follow, subscribe, do all those things. It continues to help us grow, and we appreciate it. Ron, another great victory.
Yes, it is.
All right, my friend. So we will.
Maybe I'll
see
have
what
a good
happens
night
Monday.
rest tonight.
We will. All right, everybody out there, thanks for joining. And Ron, take care. Fans out there, peace.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.